Hi everyone, and welcome back to week 2 of our Social Work 502 Human Behavior in the Social Work Environment course here at Widener University. So we've got lots of great information to review this week here on our online Engage platform. This week we're going to be exploring biography as assessment as well as substance-related disorders. So the first thing that you want to do is to carefully peruse all of the learning resources here in Engage. So we'll click on the Objectives, Readings and Media tab. So there are 4 assigned readings, required readings this week that you want to make sure that you carefully read. You're going to want to make sure that you read pages 481 through pages 589 in the DSM-5. There's also a fantastic article entitled Learning from a Person's Biography, an Introduction to the Biographical Timeline Process. And we're going to have an opportunity to connect all of the wonderful theory that we learn about in this article directly to practice when we explore Danny's timeline together in our online discussion forum this week. So your third assigned readings, you're going to want to read Chapter 9 in our Essentials of Psychiatric Diagnosis text. And your fourth required reading is that neuroplasticity article, which was published in the Health and Social Work Journal. It's another fantastic article. So in addition to those 4 required readings, you're also going to choose one substance-related disorder article to read for discussion out of these 4 articles that are featured here. You're also going to want to watch one of the video selections here. So again, you're either watching option 1 or option 2. There's an abundance of useful videos that are available on fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, and both of these video options are really designed to ensure that you gain a deeper understanding of this condition, which you'll definitely see in clinical practice. I encourage you that if you have the time, that you take advantage of all of these great resources here and perhaps watch both of the videos, time permitting, as well as read all of the additional readings. So again, it's not required, and I realize that you are very busy and you have competing obligations in terms of work and family, other personal and professional commitments other than school, but these are really great articles that'll really help you take a deeper dive into some of the concepts that we're going to be studying this week. So the next learning resource that you're going to want to study is Danny's biographical timeline here. So this is an actual timeline on a composite client that was based on interview with family as well as information derived from records. So I encourage you to really take some time, study this timeline, because we're going to be using it and referring to it in our discussion board post. And then we're also going to revisit Danny's biographical timeline a few weeks down the road later on in our semester together. So after you finish looking at all of the learning resources, you want to come and click on our week 2 discussion, the biographical timeline. So after you review Danny's timeline, I'd like you to post your own analysis of his situation. Do you agree with his diagnosis? How do you think it helps? And how do you think it could hurt a person to have a mental health diagnosis? So you want to make sure that you're following up with at least 2 classmates this week, preferably classmates who don't yet have responses. And what have you learned from your classmates' posts, and what can you add to their learning? So what do you notice are some of the similarities as well as the differences? What do you see among your classmates' analysis? And most importantly, how can you learn? How can you apply what you've learned in social work practice? So after you complete the discussion board assignment on the biographical timeline, you want to click on the week 2 discussion assignment, substance-related articles. So from the substance-related articles, and your fetal alcohol videos, you want to complete the following. The first thing that you want to do is you want to state which article, cited in APA style with both the first author's last name you read, as well as the fetal alcohol video that you watched. You want to describe what you thought were the 3 main points that you learned by reading the article and watching the video or videos. And then you also want to discuss the implications of your learning here in this discussion board post. And again, there are response prompts required with this particular discussion board post. So you want to make sure that you're following up with at least 2 classmates by that Sunday 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time deadline. So in addition to those discussion board posts, there are also 2 assignments this week. So you can go on and click on the dyad conversation on diagnostic systems. So after you complete this week's readings from the DSM-5 and watch Dr. Ginny Folk's new video on assessment, you're going to want to get together with your condition present partner and answer the questions. What do you think the advantages and disadvantages are of using a diagnostic system, such as the DSM-5? And what kind of diagnostic framework do you use currently or would you use in the future? So this conversation is really meant to get you started thinking about these aspects of diagnosis. So it's also going to help frame your thinking for the clinical vignette assignments, those 2 assignments that you're going to be doing a little bit later on in this semester. So you're actually going to complete a discussion board post about the conversation that you have with your condition presentation partner in week 3. So again, there's nothing that you need to post this week. The posting is going to occur next week in week 3. But this week we're asking that you connect either by phone or by webcam with your condition presentation partner and talk about the DSM-5 and that video that you watched most likely last week on Dr. Ginny Folk's new information about assessment. So the final assignment that we're asking you to do for this week is to take the week 2 quiz, which you can access by clicking on the week 2 quiz link. So you want to make sure that you have your quiz submitted by Sunday evening, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as always, if you have any questions or concerns, I am here to help you be successful in the course. So please feel free to reach out to me either through email on Engage, or you can email me at ajmccabe@mail.widener.edu. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I look forward to reading your assignments and your discussion posts this week.